Well, crucial to the victories in the House of Commons last night for the Prime Minister, if such they were the Democratic Unionists. I'm joined now by their Brexit spokesperson, Sammy Wilson.
Good morning.
What do you think? I mean, what would be your advice to the Conservative Party? Would it be deselect Dominic Grieve?
No, I mean, Dominic has always taken a very straight view on this. I don't agree with it. I think he's wrong. But he has never hidden where he stands on these issues. And I mean, who the Conservative Party have as their candidates in different areas has nothing to do with the DUP. I think that his own association will make their mind up on that. But, you know, the one thing I will say about Dominic Grieve in all the debates we've had in the House of Commons is he has never been two-faced about where he stands. He's made it quite clear he doesn't believe we should ever have voted to leave the EU. I think he's wrong in that. 17.5 million people across the country think he's wrong in that. But, you know,
16.1 would think he's right. Yeah.
And he's entitled to argue his view in the House of Commons.
Now, how, to use an unfortunate word, how provisional is the support of the Democratic Unionists for Mrs May going forward?
Well, you know, we made it quite clear that as far as we're concerned, Mrs May must deliver a Brexit agreement which keeps Northern Ireland within the United Kingdom and which enables the United Kingdom as a whole to leave the EU, including the customs union and the single market.
She thinks we're already there, you see.
Well, and she's not. I mean, she has got a deal which she could not sell to the House of Commons. 230 of the majority against it. No, what she sold to us last night was that she was going to go back to the European Union. She was going to ask for the withdrawal agreement to be reopened. She was going to have the backstop removed, and she would come back with a legal guarantee that Northern Ireland would not be separated from the rest of the United Kingdom. And I believe that that is perfectly possible for her to deliver.
What do you say to many in the EU who say, look, there's a basic contradiction between the commitments under the Good Friday Agreement and the red lines which the Prime Minister has thrown down, and that maybe a bit more flexibility on the red lines and we wouldn't need a backstop?
Well, I mean, Adam, first of all, I mean, the Good Friday Agreement has been quoted time and time again in the House of Commons, and I heard various members quote it yesterday. I suspect none of them have ever even read it.
But your party leader, I have read it, but your party leader, Nigel Dodds, I mean, he stood up and made it clear the DUP absolutely embraces and upholds the Good Friday Agreement.
And he also made it quite clear that the Good Friday Agreement says nothing about the border between Northern Ireland and the Irish Republic, but it says an awful lot about the principle of consent, that the position of Northern Ireland within the United Kingdom cannot be changed without the consent of the people of Northern Ireland. And what this withdrawal agreement seeks to do is to change the constitutional position of Northern Ireland
what I'm saying,
by the diktat of Brussels.
Some people say Britain stays in the customs union. We don't need this.
Well,
we don't need a backstop, do we?
Britain can leave the customs union and we still don't need it. And indeed, Michel Barnier has assured the Irish government only last week that even in the event of a no deal, when we wouldn't be in the customs union or a single market, he has got a team
but
already
this is where ideology comes into it.
Arrangements.
If the way to get rid of the backstop is to say we're going to stay in the customs union, would that be acceptable to you?
No, and because
why not?
Because first of all, the people of the United Kingdom,
the whole of the UK stays in the customs union. That's nothing to do with Northern Irish politics. That's an economic decision, and you're saying that you know would not be acceptable to you. I'm saying why not?
Yes, and it's a bad economic decision, and it is not necessary to stay in the customs union to avoid a hard border. It's a bad economic decision because.
Well, you don't think we need free trade with our biggest trading partner?
No, we do, and we can have free trade, but still be outside the customs union. The European Union has got free trade arrangements with countries with Canada.
What I'm saying to you is, what is so wrong with staying in the customs union, bearing in mind that a majority of the people in Northern Ireland voted Remain?
Well, Adam, if you let me answer, I've tried to answer the question 3 times, and you've interrupted me every time. The reason why I think it's bad to stay in the customs union is because it would stop the United Kingdom having the freedom to do deals with other countries across the world, those countries where economic growth is much higher and where economic opportunities are much greater than what there would be within the EU. And secondly, it is not necessary to be in the customs union to avoid a hard border. And indeed, Michel Barnier only this week has promised the Irish government that even in the event of a no deal, i.e. we would not be in the customs union, he has got a team working on how you would avoid checks on the border. Let me just finish the point. How you would avoid checks on the border. And strangely enough, this is the two things he said. They're looking at, first of all, paperless, in other words, electronic means of watching and monitoring trade, and secondly, decentralisation of that monitoring, which means that you would have the monitoring either at the point of departure of the goods or the point of arrival.
But I'm making a more fundamental point, which is, as has frequently been said, the UK, including Northern Ireland, does more trade with Ireland than it does with China and India put together. That's the current situation. So what you're saying is you don't think it's important to preserve a customs union with those people we're trading with because of some notional idea that we may get better trade elsewhere. That's what you're saying.
About 4% of our exports go to the Republic of Ireland. And India and China.
Sadly, fewer go to India and China.
Yes, but India and China have got a market of nearly 3 billion people. Ireland's got a market of 8 million people. I think that if you were looking to the future, you would choose markets with 3 billion people rather than a market with 8 billion.
Okay, so where are we going to end up?
Well, it depends, first of all, how robust the Prime Minister is when she goes into these negotiations. She's got a very strong hand. She can say that, look, first of all, the House of Commons has roundly rejected the withdrawal agreement. Secondly, that she now has the House of Commons backing her to reopen the withdrawal agreement and to get the kind of changes. And thirdly, we're leaving on the 29th of March, whether the EU likes it or not. There's not going to be a withdrawal agreement in place then. So far, far better for them to start looking at the flexibility which they're telling the Irish they will look at in the event of a no deal, and start looking at it and get that flexibility in a deal.
It wouldn't be there on March the 30th, will it?
What won't be there on March the 30th?
All this flexibility and other arrangements and all that. It's just literally inconceivable that they'll be in place by March the 30th if there's a hard Brexit.
No, but if there's a deal to be done, then of course there's the ability to extend the date.
Well, that's why you need a deal,
If a deal is to be done, I believe that a deal can be done, but it really depends upon how hard the Prime Minister negotiates and how flexible the EU are prepared to be.
Sammy Wilson, thank you very much indeed. Pleasure talking to you.